Most PCs are loud for a dumb reason. The airflow is messy, and the fan curves are set like panic alarms. You don't need expensive cooling to fix it. You need correct airflow direction, clean paths, and curves that ramp smoothly instead of revving. This is the cool and quiet setup that actually works. Start with airflow direction. Front and bottom fans should pull cool air in. Rear and top fans should push hot air out. Check the arrows on the fan frame so you know the real direction. You're building a tunnel. Air enters from the front, crosses the GPU and CPU, then exits out the back and top. If fans fight each other, you're stirring warm air and creating turbulence, which forces higher RPM and more noise. Next, clean the stuff that blocks airflow. Dust on filters and heatsink fins turns your coolers into blankets. Clean front filters, blow dust out of the CPU cooler fins and GPU heatsink with short bursts, and wipe fan blades. Don't tune curves on a dirty system. You'll just create louder curves to compensate for a problem you could remove. Now cable path. Cable management is not just pretty. It's airflow. Move big bundles behind the motherboard tray. Keep the front-to-back path clear. And don't block the front fans with drive cages or random bundles. Smooth airflow means lower fan speed for the same temperature. Now the fan curves. The goal is stable sound, not the lowest temperature number. A fan curve that jumps hard makes the PC rev constantly. In BIOS fan control, create a gentle curve that stays quiet at idle and ramps smoothly as tong rise. Flatten the early part so small spikes don't trigger loud noise. If your BIOS supports hysteresis or delay, turn it on so the fan doesn't react to 1-second CPU spikes. Case fans should be tuned for gaming reality. In games, the GPU is the main heat source. If your fan control lets you tie case fans to GPU temperature, do it. If not, tie the motherboard or CPU, but keep the curve gentle. You want case airflow to scale with heat without sounding like a siren. CPU fan tuning. Avoid steep ramps. CPU spike fast. A smoother curve with a small delay makes the system sound premium. If your CPU cooler is small, don't panic crank fans immediately. First confirm the cooler is seated properly and the thermal paste isn't old and crusty. Now, avoid the more fans equals more quiet lie. 2 front intakes and 1 rear exhaust is enough for most builds if the case breathes. If you add more fans, add them with purpose. Top exhaust for hot air, not random intakes that disrupt the tunnel. More fans can mean more turbulence and more noise if you don't tune them. Finally, validate the setup. Run a real game and watch tong and fan speeds. Your target is safe tong and a steady low whoosh, not zero noise. If tong are still high, check airflow direction again. Check dust again. Check cable blockage again. If you jump straight to high RPM, you will get lower tong but a worse experience. Here's the pro tip. Don't chase perfect tong. Chasing the lowest temperature usually creates the loudest fan curve for tiny gains. A cool and quiet PC is about balance. Safe temperatures with stable sound. If your GPU and CPU sit in a reasonable range and your fans don't scream, you won. Once you lock in airflow direction, cleaning, cable path, smooth curves, and delay, your PC stops feeling like it's constantly panicking. It becomes quiet at idle, and in games it stays predictable. If you want more practical cooling and build tuning that doesn't waste money, follow and subscribe for more.